King news, my wonderful people. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has done. He has done what he has gone above and beyond, and this is really very shocking and unbelievable. He says you are mentally, physically unfit to be Nigerian's president. Your hands are shaking because you suffer from Parkinson's disease. Atiku tells Nigerians, hit back at Tinubu. So this is what is going on. Atiku is telling Nigerians that the man, APC has as a presidential candidate is mentally, physically unfit. Well, don't take any words hook, like, and sinker. Remember, it's election year, and politicians will be politicians hitting back at one another, to speak, to mention but a few who will, just to take a swift at the other person. Yes, Tinubu's hands we are seen to be shaking. This could be due to ill health, old age, and many more. It could be anything. But remember that, you cannot put down orders for yourself. Atiku that is speaking, is he fit to be Nigerian's president? What is retirement age? Let's be honest with ourselves. Why can't he support his son to be Nigerian's president? Why does he want to remain there? And he's not even living in the country. Tinubu that's saying Omilokon, is he fit to be Nigerian's president? His daughter is how many years old? What about his son, Sheyi? Why can't he support these young people to become Nigerian's president rather than he going for it? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. You are mentally, physically unfit to be Nigerian's president. Your hands are shaking because you suffer from Parkinson's disease. Atiku hits back at Tinubu. The former vice president also described Tinubu as a wobbling worm, advocating for presidency. The presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has said that the All Progressive Congress counterpart, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is sick and unfit to be Nigerian's president. The former vice president also described Tinubu as a wobbling worm and should not be Nigerian's president. On Wednesday, Tinubu, in a statement by the Director, Media and Publicity of All Progressive Congress Campaign Council, Bayo Nigo, said he had it in good authority that Atiku indeed fell ill and traveled to the UK to seek medical help. Reacting in a statement signed by the spokesperson for the Atiku Okowa's campaign, Kola, Atiku's guy, said Tinubu is corrupt, unfit for public office owing to his alleged corruption charges. The statement reads, "It is imperative to observe that our campaign has focused on issues and refrained from Tinubu's ill health, issuing to the ignorance of the public to know who this guy really is. However, since Tinubu by himself has opened the channel for Nigerians to examine his ill health, we have no other option than to further expose that the All Progressive Congress candidate must be suffering from manifest Parkinson's disease accompanied by incompetence, and that Nigerians must know. For clarity, Parkinson's disease is a brain disorder which symptoms include shaking hands, stiffness of the limbs, difficulty with coordination, problem with balance and walking, articulation disorder, memory problem, as well as other general mental and physical weaknesses, which are all being witnessed in the all progressive presidential candidate, as we can see. This perhaps account for the desperation of the endless goof and circulation error that Tinubu continue to show to Nigerians. Everyone must become aware. So this is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar hitting back at Shiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, because in recent days we've heard him come out to say that this guy is unfit. He's not well. He's shaking, and said all kinds of words with regards to this guy that Nigerians should be aware. Okay, Nigeria should be aware that Tinubu has Parkinson's disease. So these are the words reaching us from these people. But again and again, why do they do what they do? Why do they do what they do? The issue here on ground is that every single person has got a voice, and nobody should disregard the importance that, what's going on is important, that we pay attention and we do not neglect the fact that every single one of us are important. Every single one of us have got a part to play, and nobody should sit back there and think that everything will just fall in place. The days upon us have come to show to us that unless something is done immediately, to change and to salvage the situation that is currently on ground, we may not be able to truly get the right presidential candidates. You and I need to go ahead and check and ensure that we know who exactly we want to vote for. Don't let anybody tell you who to vote for. You yourself do yourself the onions and make the homework. Okay, go ahead and ensure that you do the homework and you do everything needed to get yourself out of the current predicament and get us into where we need to be as a people. Every single one of us are important in this. Nigerians, we must not allow ourselves to be used by some people. Okay, and we must not allow ourselves to be used by some people. Okay, we must not allow ourselves to be used by some people. The case that is on ground now, every one of us, okay, every one of us must ensure that we know who these people are. Tinubu, Atiku have allegations of both of them have allegations of corruption charges on them. Both Tinubu and Atiku. Both Tinubu and Atiku. And we know that they raised alarm that Atiku was ill. Tinubu himself, both all of them, they know exactly what they are doing. Okay, we know exactly what they are doing. Every single one of them, the game they are trying to play. We understand this game quite very correctly. So please, let's not fall for their games. It should be that the people want you. That's why you are being their leader. It's not because you want to impose yourself on them. Should be a case that the people want you and not you trying to impose yourself on them. Okay? Should be that the people sincerely and truly want you, not because you want to impose yourself on them. Every single one of us must do all that is needed and necessary to get us into, where we ought to be. We must do everything needed and necessary. Every single one of us must be honest. Every single one of us must be sincere. No sentiment, no tribal, and any of those things that keep putting us down should be the reason why we are voting for anybody. We must be honest, we must be sincere, and we must expect the best, because Nigeria can become a better nation, and people do not need to travel out of the country indiscriminately, not because they want to travel out, but because they are running for a better life. Bye for now.